Hello, adventurer. Do I say hello, adventurer?
Lost in Japan.
No, but do I always say hello? It just sounded weird that time. Bonjour. I was at the fair and they had a cheeseburger, but instead of the buns, they had Krispy Kreme donuts. That's the best idea ever until you taste it. It's like some things should be left just on your dream board. Maybe when I'm like 80, this would be cool. I wanted to work the Jungle Cruise. Jumbo adventurer. I just did. Swahili French to say bacon in an English accent. Bacon. I just taught you how to say beer can in Jamaican accent. That was stupid. Hello, adventurer. So, some people say, oh, I wish I was creative. Oh, I wish I was creative like this person. Well, here is a secret. We are all born creative. The problem is staying creative. You see, if I ask people, are you creative? A lot of them say, no, I'm not. What I asked you, are you creative? And the answer is, all of us have the great potential for creative. You see, it's just how you define it. See, creativity, at the end of the day, all it is solving a problem. What happens is we have these self-imposed limitations. We always think it's either A or B, this or that, when at the end of the day, what it really is sometimes the answer is C. There's a third alternative. What we do is we box ourselves in. It's actually really interesting when people say, hey, out of the box, where does that come from? Let me give you an example. Let's say I had a little exercise for you, and I'm gonna give you 9 different dots. And what I ask you to do is I said, I want you to connect all these dots, but you only can use 4 lines. Well, see, the answer is that it really is easy to do that. You see, here's how. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to go outside of the box. So when you ever hear outside of the box, it actually is from this actual exercise. That's where that phrase comes from, is that when you give that exercise for people, everybody thinks of the box. But I never said you couldn't go outside the lines. So you gotta start approaching problems and think outside the box. So anytime there's a problem, you actually have an opportunity. What you have to do though is you have to think outside of those boxes. I'll give you a great example. I was talking to my friend and he's from this small town and they were building a library and everybody's really, really excited. But what happens sometimes in construction projects is it starts to go over time, it starts to go over budget, and they have no money left. And all the books are at the old library. So what happens is there's a problem. How do you solve it? Well, we gotta raise more money. We'll get corporate sponsors. They want their name on the new library. And so now we create all this ill will and now we're gonna have to take a vote. Everyone is thinking inside of a box. So what happened is this small business owner came forward and said, hey, I'm throwing a party at the new library and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the greatest day that you've ever been a part of. But the only way that you get invited to the party is that you have to go to the old library and check out a book, bring it to the new library and check it back in. You see, what happened is everyone just got invited to adventure and it didn't cost a lot of money. The answer wasn't A or B. The answer was opportunity. So the opportunity is often tension. You see, when tension happens, our natural ability is like, we want to run away. When at the end of the day, the real opportunity is that tension, that limitation. So if I go to a designer and say, I want to do this amazing invitation, but here's the problem. I only have cardboard and black paint. You see, it's that designer's job. If they're creative, they will make it look like they could have done anything, picked any tool, but they chose cardboard and black paint. See, when you make your limitations look like that's the way you planned it, that is creativity. Opportunity is treasure buried inside tension. A lot of times in that tension, in that crisis, it's an opportunity to actually bring some people together. We can learn more things. We can be innovative. So when I was told by teachers that I had a learning disability, I didn't even really know what that meant. I just heard disability. So I'm dumb then, and well, I have to go to this other reading class. You know what? That could have been just my excuse or my crutch my whole life. But at some point, I just realized that maybe my brain just works different, and that's not bad. That's just different, and different can be good. I can't learn like other people. I can't read like other people, but I can read like me. And when I can start to embrace who I am, and that those limitations actually aren't disabilities, and then I can actually use that to inspire me, that's what I want you to do. I want you to take your limitations in your life. We all have limitations, and let those be the very things that now inspire you. Take those excuses and now turn them into energy. Adventure is all around us. It just depends how we look at it. And that adventure begins right now.